Hi, this is Tamara from wigglyblog.com, and in this video I'd like to demonstrate the Little Waves stitch pattern, which you can see in action in the Little Waves crochet rug. That's a free pattern on wigglyblog.com. Here I have the rug itself. You can see that it's a series of post stitches followed by 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochet, worked back and forth in rows. By working an even number of rows in each color, you can have a right side and a wrong side. This is the right side, and here's the wrong side. You can see the stitches colors peek through on the wrong side there from the post stitches. Now if you like that look, of course, this is crochet, do what you want. If you like the wrong side look better, make that your right side. Let me demonstrate how the stitch is done. It's worked in a multiple of 8 plus 3 plus 2 for the turning chain. So here I have 21 chains. That's a multiple of 8, 16, plus 3, plus 2 more for the turning chain. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to work a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook, skipping the first 3 chains. Those 3 skipped chains will count as the first double crochet of the row. So I'm going to work another double crochet in the next chain. That gives us 3 double crochets. Next, I'm going to skip 2 chains, and in the chain after that, I'm going to work 2 double crochets, a chain 1, and 2 more double crochets. Sort of a ultra wide V. Let me pull up a little more yarn here. And for this demonstration, just like in the rug itself, I am using Lion brand Cotton Ease, which is a cotton blend yarn. Alright, so we've got our 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So I'll skip 2 more chains, and then I'll work a single crochet in each of the next 3 chains. So 1 in that one, 1 in the next, and 1 in the double crochet after that. And that is the basic repeat. That big V and 3 double crochets worked one at a time. That is the basic repeat. You would repeat that over and over again, skipping 2 in between to the end of the row. So we're going to skip 2 more, work another big V, double crochet, chain 1, 2 more double crochets, all in that same chain. And I should say big V is just what I'm calling it right here. That's not an official name. Don't say, oh, I know the big V stitch. That's just what I'm calling it to kind of describe it, because it's kind of like a V stitch, but got a little extra stitch there on each side. So skip 2 more chains, and then in the last 3 chains, you're going to work a double crochet in each of those last 3 chains. And that's how you finish off the first row. Now to start row 2, which is going to be just like every other row of the pattern, in fact, row 1 here is the setup row, but after row 2 on, they're all going to be the same. It's just a matter of what color you use. You can start with a chain 3 or a chainless starting double crochet. If you go to the blog post on this tutorial, which also includes a chart, you'll see a link to the chainless starting double crochet there. Here I'm going to start with a standard chain 3. Then around the next stitch, the second stitch of the previous row, I'm going to work a front post double crochet. Then I'll work another front post double crochet around the stitch after that. Then I'm back at that big V. So in the chain 1 space, I'll work 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets again. So those big V's kind of nest right on top of each other. And that's the great thing about this pattern. You don't really, after you've got it established and got it in your head, you don't really have to look at the instructions anymore except for the color changes. We're back to those double crochets, so we're going to work front post double crochets around each one. So you can just tell by where you are in the row what you're going to do next. You're back to a big V, so we'll work another big V right in the chain 1 space. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, all in that chain 1 space. And then we've come to those last 3 stitches there. So front post double crochet, front post double crochet again, and then finally we've got that chain 3 right there, which counts as our first double crochet. What we're going to want to do is work a standard double crochet right in the top of the chain 3. Treat it just as if it were a double crochet stitch. And that's the end of row 2. Now, like I said, I like to work this in even numbered rounds so that I get a definitive right side, wrong side. So at this point I could change colors. There are 2 ways to do that. I could break the yarn and finish off here, or I could finish this last stitch using the new color. For the purpose of this demonstration, I will go ahead and break the yarn and finish off. I will turn and pick up the new color. In this case, I'll use the white. Now, there's 2 ways I could join the white here. I could slip stitch and chain 3, or I could use the standing double crochet. If you're unfamiliar with standing double crochet, there is a tutorial for that both on the blog and on my YouTube channel as well. Here, I'll use the standing double crochet and join with a double crochet to the first stitch of the previous row. Like I said, if you don't want to use this stitch, you can just join with a slip stitch and chain 3 to count as the first double crochet. Then I'm going to again work front post double crochet stitches around the next 2 stitches. And no matter what side you're working from, it's always going to be front post double crochet with this pattern. Then in the chain 1 space, work another big V, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, then let's see, I can get a little bit, my yarn's a little tangled here. There we go. Then we come to those 3 double crochets by themselves again. Work a front post double crochet around each one. And as you can see, this is exactly the same pattern as we followed for row 2. From here on out, all those rows are pretty much going to be the same. In the chain 1 space, not pretty much, they really are. In the end, I believe for the rug, I alter the direction slightly to kind of close it up and even out that final edge. But this is really all there is to it. Then we've come to the last 3 stitches of the row. So we'll work front post double crochet, front post double crochet, and a regular double crochet right in the top of that chain 3, in the top chain there. Alright, and then I would continue on with color B till I was done with that. But you can see the pattern forming already here. Between rows 1 and 2, we've got that ridge there, and this would be the right side of the pattern. On the opposite side here, you can see the ridges up here, and color B is peeking through from those post stitches, so that would be the wrong side of the pattern. Like I said, unless that's the side you like better, in which case go with it. So really that's all there is to the little wave stitch pattern. I hope you've enjoyed learning it, and thanks so much for watching.